Well, this is a big sports weekend. Not only do the Hurricanes take on the Florida Gators, the Dolphins are hoping to drown the Bills as well. Tony now joins us live from Joe Robbie Stadium.
Hey,
Anthony?
Jim, you and I could have told Don and everybody else that the Hurricanes had a great party school, but they're going to have to worry about partying after tomorrow's game against the Florida Gators. I am at Joe Robbie Stadium. We are about 2 hours away from kickoff, the final dress rehearsal between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. But tomorrow, the big game in college football, the biggest game in the state, the Hurricanes and the Gators. Let's go to the airport Marriott, where the Gators arrived just a few minutes ago. But you know who's there with Don Mariuto? Probably the state's biggest Gator hater,
this has got to be, Tony, we're 350 miles from Gainesville, but you could say we're in the heart of Gator country, the University of Florida football team, staying here at the airport Marriott in advance of tomorrow's game. And with me here in enemy territory is the world's #1 Gator hater, former University of Miami coach Walt Kichefski. And Walt, as we all know, this series is coming to an end after this year until 1992. And what lasting effect do you think it will have on the intensity of the rivalry?
Well, I think they'll lose the intensity of the rivalry. I don't believe it'll be a rivalry anymore. But it's sad. We've had a great 49 years to think about the Gator every year and wait till next year. And now there won't be open season on the Gator for 5 years. And I'm going to tell you what, this is open season tomorrow. No bag limit and get all you can.
Okay, now the Florida game has certainly had the biggest impact on University of Miami tradition. And what happens to the tradition of the University of Miami now that this is going to be called to a halt?
Well, they're going to have to, you know, we play Florida State every year. It's a big game, but the feeling, the dislike, and all the stuff that has gone on through the years, it's a good rivalry. We go up and they play us, and sometimes we beat them, sometimes they beat us. But it's a bitter pill when the Gator beats you, and that's hard to swallow. And we used to have to wait till next year, and now if you get beat, you wait 5 years, and that's not a very pleasant thought.
Now, I'm sure many of the University of Miami fans in the audience realize just how important an annual event this game is. What happens to your life now that you're not going to have the Florida game to look forward to every year?
It's going to be a little dull. It won't be the same now because it's been fun all through the years. And Donnie, I went up there 49 years ago when we played the first football game. And that's where I first began to dislike the Gator a little bit. And then for 30 years, I coached against the Gator. And I got to dislike them a little bit more each year. So it hasn't been a love affair, but it's been fun.
Okay, Walter, thanks very much and enjoy tomorrow's game. Now let's go back out to Tony at Joe Robbie Stadium where we have a football game going on tonight.
Right, Don, we do. The Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. We will talk about that in the 6 o'clock hour. We'll bring you up to date on the current situation with Dan Cilio. Will he or will he not be eligible to play for the Miami Hurricanes beginning tomorrow against the Florida Gators? We'll have more at 6 o'clock. Jim and Anna?